Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. Hope you're doing well out there. Hope you're staying safe in these strange times. I sent out an email earlier in the week that talked about a settlement between the Department of Justice and the National Association of Realtors, much of it relating to buyers and the commission disclosures, etc. I am pleased to tell you that if you have followed our protocol since you've been with us, this literally should provide you with little or no concern. We typically and currently are asking that you use a buyer's representation agreement, and under Texas law, the reason we do that is so that we can show properties that are listed by ERA sellers, buyers, real estate agents. They require that you have a written agreement between you and the buyer to be able to do an intermediary and show those properties. Because of that, if you remember that little blank, and oftentimes it creates difficulty with your customer, is it says, how much are you going to get paid? And if you haven't been putting anything in there, that's the amount I can enforce somebody to pay you, 0. But if you have been putting an amount in there like you're supposed to, and you're putting in 3%, 2.5%, whatever you're putting in there, you are already negotiating and disclosing to your buyers what it is you're charging. And that's all this settlement really is asking to be done. Now, there's a couple of things that will change, and that's that they are going to say that if that is disclosed to anyone what a seller is willing to pay, that the buyer will have the ability to see that. So if you say you're going to charge 3%, you sell them a home that pays you 4%, in theory in Texas, that means you have to reduce your fee. Lots of questions will come up. How are we going to reduce the fee? Are we giving it back to them? Are we trying to get it lowered in the price? So there's some logistics that are going to work out and are going to have to be worked out by the people who offer commissions. But if you haven't noticed, there's a fair number of listing agents now who are already putting only 2.5, 2, things like that as the broker co-op commission. So most of this is already being done. The one area of the settlement that still remains to be ironed out and seen is they want people who are not members of the MLS and who are not members of the local real estate community but are licensed realtors in the state to be able to have lockbox access. I see that as a bigger problem because without that membership, without those ethical restrictions, without those rules and regulations that they agree to abide by, now the individual company, CentraLock, would have to do something about that. They would have to then be in the business of vetting whether or not an agent should have access to their lock boxes. So the bottom line with everything that's going on is I believe this will make a lot of the lawsuits, those class action lawsuits, literally go away. It'll make them easier to go away with this consent decree. Now, I think also that we're going to see that there's going to be a little greater disclosure and there's going to be a little greater requirement for how we work with different varying fees. But most of you, by using that buyer's representation agreement, are currently meeting all of those concerns. And when the class action suits came out and they said that would impact real estate greatly, I told you then, and I still believe, because of the way we are doing things, it will have minimal impact on us. Well, that's the good news for this Sunday. I hope you go out and enjoy the rest of this gorgeous day, and I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving week. Please stay safe. If that means small groups, staying home, do that. But whatever it is you elect to do, please stay safe.